Good day, ngayon ay itutuloy natin ang discussion sa equivalent circuit ng electrical transformers. Previously, ang diniscuss natin ay yung ideal condition. Ngayon, meron na tayong resistance and reactances. Kung makikita nyo rito, meron tayong supply voltage, tapos primary winding EMF, and then meron tayong resistance at primary and reactance at primary din. Tapos meron din tayong resistances at reactances sa secondary. So present na rito yung mga voltage drop, no, doon sa impedances katulad ng resistance tsaka reactance. So makikita natin dito merong supply voltage tapos may primary winding EMF. So bakit sila magkaiba? Kung mapapansin nyo rito, may current IP na dadaan dito, yung primary current. So, yung primary current, mag-generate siya ng voltage doon sa resistance tsaka sa reactance dito sa part na to. So, pag nagkaroon ng voltage dito sa part na yan, that is the voltage drop. So, kung magkakaroon ng voltage drop dito, yung supply voltage mababawasan pagdating doon sa primary. Tapos, magkakaroon doon sa transformer, mai-induce yung voltage sa secondary. Pag na-induce yung voltage, tapos yung current papupunta dito, pagdaan ng secondary current doon sa impedance, meron na namang another voltage drop. So, yung secondary winding voltage, magkakaroon ng another voltage drop, tapos bawas na siya pagdating sa load. So, ito yung actual or yung practical equivalent circuit ng electrical transformers that we should consider when solving electrical transformers. Kung mapapansin nyo, kung magsasolve tayo rito ng sabihin natin mga voltage and current, medyo matagal kasi magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang analysis. Una sa secondary, so ito yung secondary side, secondary, tapos yung primary. Magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang analysis. Una, isosolve mo sa secondary, tapos after nun, kukunin mo siya doon sa ratio ng transformer, tapos magkakaroon ka ng analysis sa primary. Matagal gawin yun. Kaya ang ginagawa natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng equivalent circuit na refer to primary na tinatawag. So, sulat ko lang. Ito na lang. So, meron tayong refer to primary side, and then secondary side. So, ang ginagawa nitong refer to primary and secondary, kinukuha natin yung equivalent resistance and reactance na inililipat natin doon sa kabila. So, kung halimbawa, meron tayong transformer circuit, ganyan, no? Ayan. Ganyan siya, no? Kapag sinabi nating refer to primary, nililipat natin tong secondary doon sa primary. Pag nilipat natin siya, ang magiging analysis natin, primary na lang. 'Di ba? So, pag ang analysis natin nasa primary na lang, wala na tayong poproblemahin sa secondary, kundi yung turns ratio. Kasi wala nang doon eh. Kumbaga, nilipat na natin yung equivalent circuit niya. So, pag-refer siya to primary, nandito na yung primary, andyan na yung primary side, tapos ito na yung equivalent resistance, REP, tapos ito na yung equivalent reactance. Tapos wala ka nang aalalahanin dito, kundi yung turns ratio, tapos yung load. Ayan. So, ganyan yung ginagawa natin pag-refer to primary. Pag-refer naman to secondary, ang ginagawa natin, yung primary naman yung walang component. Ganyan, no? Tapos diretso na siya doon sa coil. After ng coil, nasa secondary na siya, tapos nandun na yung mga equivalent resistance and reactances natin. Ayan. So, ito yung secondary, refer to secondary. So, ito REP, ito naman RES or equivalent resistance to secondary. Ayan. So, ganyan yung analysis. Ngayon na alam na natin yung konsepto ng equivalent circuit ng primary tsaka ng secondary side, i-derive natin yung mga formula na kailangan. So, ito yung equivalent circuit of transformer referred to primary. Hindi ko muna sinama yung reactance, no? Pero ganito kasi yan. Yung secondary, itatry natin siyang ilipat sa primary. Pag nilipat natin siya sa primary, let's say na yung equivalent resistance niya ay nandito. And we are going to name it RS prime, no? So, RS prime. Ayan, may apostrophe, no, sa taas. So, the equivalent resistance at the primary, or ibahin na lang natin, REP na lang, no? Sige. The equivalent resistance at the primary is equal to the resistance of the primary plus the secondary resistance prime. Ayan. Hahanapin natin kung ano yung value ng RS prime. Para makapag-convert tayo mula sa secondary to primary, dapat ang power ni RS prime ay equal sa power ni RS. Para walang tapon kumbaga. Para accurate yung ating conversion. So dapat ang power ni RS prime ay equal sa power na nakokonsume ni RS. Ngayon, meron tayong formula, no? Kapag kumukuha ng power ng mga resistor. So, ganito yan. Di ba meron tayong current na dumadaan dito? That is IP. Di ba? IP. Tapos, dito naman, IS. Ayan. So, isa sa mga formula na ginagamit natin ay P is equal to I squared R. So, tignan natin anong magagawa natin using this formula. Sa PRS prime, yung RS prime natin ay nasa primary. So, ibig sabihin, si primary current ang gagamitin natin. Therefore, we can write IP squared times RS prime. No? So, this is IP squared times RS prime. And that is equal to the power nung secondary resistance. Yung dumadaan sa secondary ay IS. So, that is IS squared. So, IS squared times the secondary resistance, RS. Ayan. We can divide both sides by IP squared para ma-isolate si RS prime dito sa ating equation. So, pag dinivide natin siya both sides ng IP squared, ayan, matatanggal to. So, ang matitira na lang ay si RS prime. So, RS prime is equal to, i-rearrange ko lang, no? IS over IP quantity squared times RS. So, yun yung equivalent niya, no? So, RS prime is equal to IS over IP quantity squared times RS. Ngayon, ano yung equivalent nito? Nung ratio ng current, ng secondary tsaka ng primary. Kung babalikan natin yung discussion natin sa ideal transformers, the reciprocal of the turns ratio is equal to IP over IS, or the primary current over the secondary. Knowing this, we can flip both sides of the equation. Therefore, the turns ratio is equal to the secondary current over the primary current. Ito, lagyan ko lang, natin turns ratio. Ayan, yung turns ratio yan ng transformer, ito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, we can substitute this part, itong nasa loob, as A, which is our turns ratio. So, ibig sabihin, we can rewrite this as RS, or RS prime, is equal to A squared times RS, or the resistance at the secondary. Knowing na itong equivalent ni RS prime, we can now substitute this value doon sa ating equivalent resistance ng primary. So, if REP is equal to the primary resistance plus RS prime, and RS prime is equal to A squared times RS, therefore, the equivalent resistance at the primary is equal to the primary resistance plus A squared times the secondary resistance. And that is our formula for converting our practical transformer circuit into an equivalent circuit na refer to primary. So, ganyan siya. Wait lang, hindi ko mabura. Ayan. Ayusin natin. Ayan. Ito yung formula na gagamitin natin. Ngayon, kung susundan natin itong same procedure pagdating sa reactance, same ang ating makukuha. So, kung reactance naman, that is the equivalent reactance is equal to the primary reactance plus A squared times the secondary reactance. So, yan ang ating dalawang formula. knowing our formula, we can now rewrite our circuit. So, galing tayo dito, di ba? So, sulat lang natin. Meron tayong supply, tapos meron tayong resistance, RP, and then meron tayong reactance na XP, and then meron tayong yung primary winding. Sa secondary side naman, meron tayo nung secondary resistance, RS, tapos yung secondary reactance, XS. Tapos, nandito yung ating load. Ito yung ating equivalent or yung practical, no? Yung practical circuit ng transformer. Kung gagawin natin yung conversion ng primary or refer to primary, sulat natin, refer to primary, ganito na ang magiging circuit natin. So, supply uli, tapos, resistance, and then, reactance, tapos, winding, dito sa primary, ayan, tapos, secondary naman, and then, diretso na sa load, no? So, magiging ganyan siya. And then, hindi na ito, hindi na siya RP. REP na siya. Equivalent ng primary. Tapos, sorry, kailangan pala green. Hindi mabura. Dito, X. Ayan, so, X, EP. Ayan. Yung X dito, that is the reactance. And this is, J. Meron siyang J component. Tapos ito yung rail. Ayan. So, ito yung rail, tapos ito yung J component niya kung magkakaroon tayo ng analysis. So, pag ganito yung analysis natin, sa primary na lang tayo magkakaroon ng KVL, no? Kasi pagdating dito sa winding, ang poproblemahin mo na lang ay turns ratio. So, ganyan siya pag refer to primary. Let's solve some problems. Let's try this problem. A 200 kVA, 2,300 down to 230 volt single-phase transformer has the following values. Yung primary resistance, 2.3 ohms. Yung primary reactance ay 6 ohms. Yung secondary ay 0.02 ohms. And then yung secondary reactance ay 0.05. If the transformer secondary voltage is maintained at 230 volts at rated load and 0.8 power factor lagging, solve for the primary voltage. Okay, so drawing natin yung circuit niya na equivalent, no? Andito siya, no? Ayan. Tapos, andito si RP, si XP. Binigay naman yung mga values no? XP, tapos, andito yung winding. Ayan. RS, tapos XS. Ayan. Ganyan, no? Let's say na gusto natin siyang isolve na refer to primary. So, magbabago. No? Magbabago tong circuit na to. Magiging supply, tapos, andito na yung resistance. Tapos, REP na siya. REP. Tapos, hindi. Dapat green. Eraser. Dapat green. Ayan. XEP. Tapos, winding. Secondary. Tapos, load. Ayan. Andyan yung load. Ngayon, dahil nandito yung load, may current na dadaloy doon sa secondary. So, sabihin natin, IS yan. Tapos, yung dadaan dito, syempre, IP. Ayan. Tapos, sabihin natin, EP. Ayan, EP, tapos i-supply. Magiging ganyan. Ano pang sabi sa problem? If the transformer secondary voltage is maintained at 230 volts, ibig sabihin, ito, 230 volts, ito. Pero dahil wala nang ibang component dito sa ating equivalent circuit, 230 volts na din tong secondary winding. Ayan. Kasi nilipat na natin lahat dito sa equivalent circuit eh. So, first, kunin natin yung turns ratio. So, yung turns ratio, makukuha natin yan sa voltage. So, EP over ES. Binigay naman yun, 2,300 tsaka 230. So, 2,300 divided by 230, that is 10. So, this is the turns ratio. Turns ratio. Ngayon, magagamit na natin yung yung equivalent, no? Yung REP tsaka XEP kasi may mga formula naman tayo. Pero kunin muna natin yung current. Okay? So, yung current niya sa secondary, gawin natin dilaw. So, IS is equal doon sa kVA niya, S over E. And in this case, nasa secondary siya. So, ES, no? Ang ating apparent power ay 200 kVA. So, that is 200 times 10 raised to 3 VA. Over, yung secondary natin ay nasa 230 volts. Ayan. O maka-cancel si volt, ampere lang matitira. Ilan yan? That is, type natin sa ating calculator. 200 times 10 raised to 3. Tapos, 230. That is equal to 869.565. 869.565 ampere. Pero binanggit sa problem na ang power factor ng ating load ay 0.8 pf. So, yung 0.8 pf na yan, laging, hahanapin natin yan ng theta. So, that is angle negative inverse cosine ng 0.8. So, pag tinype natin sa calcu to, ang equivalent niya ay 869.565 bar angle negative 36.87 degrees ampere. So, that is our IS, no? Yung secondary current na dadaan sa ating secondary winding. Ngayon, dahil meron naman tayong turns ratio, kung babalikan natin yung ating formula, that is A is equal to IS over IP. So, we can solve for IP. IP is equal to IS over A. Magiging ganyan, no? And we have our value for IS, that is 869.565. So, IP is equal to 869.565 over 10. Dahil 10 naman yung turns ratio, pwede na lang natin iusod yung decimal. So, that is 86.9565. Gawin na lang natin 86.96, no? 86.96, and then yung angle, matitira yan. So, that is angle negative 36.87 degree. Hindi siya magagalaw, no? So, that is our primary current. Ito na yung dumadaan dun sa ating primary. So, meron na tayong IP. Meron na tayong turns ratio. Try na natin isolve yung mga equivalent resistances. So, REP is equal to RP plus A squared RS. So, ano ba yung RP natin? 2.3. So, 2.3 plus yung A natin, that is 10. Meron na tayo. 10 squared. And then, RS, 0.02. Ilan yan? Type ko lang sa calcu, 2.3 plus 10 squared times 0.02. That is 4.3 ohms. Ayan, 4.3 ohms. Tapos, yung XEP natin, wait lang, dapat pala green. Ayan. Yung XEP natin, same formula, XP plus A squared RS, XS pala. Wait lang, burahin ko. XS. Ayan. XS, that is 6 ohms plus 10 squared times 0.05. Ayan. So, ano lang, direct substitution lang, no? Ilan yan? Type ko lang. 6 plus 10 squared times 0.05, 11. Ayan, 11 ohms. Pero dahil X siya, reactance, pwede natin siya lagyan ng J. Ayan. So, lalagyan natin siya ng J kasi reactance to eh. Ang magiging impedance niya ngayon, yung ZEP, puti na lang. So, ZEP is equal to, pagsasamahin lang natin tong dalawa, no? So, that is 4.3 plus J11 ohms. So, ito na yung ating equivalent impedance. Next, mag-KVL tayo sa ating loop, no? Dito sa ating primary. So, pag nag-KVL tayo dito, ayan, KVL at primary. Ayan. So, meron tayong supply, meron tayong current, IP, tapos meron tayong resistance. Yung EP natin, makukuha natin yan eh, kasi maintained yung 230. So, kung 230 to at yung turns ratio natin ay 10, ibig sabihin, yung EP natin ay 2,300. No? So, 2,300 itong EP natin. So, pwede na tayo mag-KVL. Magiging, sulat ko muna yung magiging KVL natin. E-supply minus IP times ZEP is equal to EP. So, magiging ganyan siya. Ang hinahanap natin dito ay yung, so sabi rito primary voltage, no? Pero tingin ko supply hinahanap dito. So, try natin hanapin yung supply. So, ang e-supply natin is equal doon sa EP that is 2,300 plus yung IP natin that is 869, IS pala yung tinitignan ko. IP. Asan ba yung IP? Ito, 86.96. So, 86.96 bar angle, negative 36.87 degrees, multiplied doon sa ZEP natin. That is 4.3 plus J11 ohms. Ayan. So, complex, no? Type natin sa calcu natin. 2,300 plus, wait lang, lipat ko muna sa complex. 2,300 plus 86.96 bar angle, negative 36.87 times 4.3 plus 11i. Ilan yan? I-polar ko. So, the answer here is that the supply, puti, wait lang, gawin natin dilaw. Ang supply voltage, E-supply, is equal to 3,218.85 bar angle, 9.67 degrees volts. That is our final answer. Ayan, supply. Ayan. So, anong ibig sabihin ng sinolve natin dito? Ibig sabihin nito, kung gusto nating ma-maintain yung 230 volts sa secondary, dapat ang supply voltage natin ay nasa 3,218.85 volts. So, parang 3.22 kilovolts. So, pag minentain natin ng 3.22 kilovolts yung supply, saka lang magiging 230 yung ating secondary. So, kung mapapansin nyo, kapag practical na yung transformer, meron ng resistance tsaka reactance, hindi na nasusunod yung ideal conditions, yung 2,300 tsaka yung 230. So, kung mapapansin nyo, 230 yung labas, pero 3,000, umabot ng 3,000 yung ating supply. So, ganun yung implication niya kapag hindi na ideal yung ating transformer. And this is the calculation that we have to do. Ngayon na alam na natin yung pagsosolve ng equivalent circuit ng transformer that is referred to primary, gawin naman natin yung referred to secondary. Ang mangyayari dito sa RT or yung primary resistance ay ililipat natin siya doon sa secondary. So, pag nilipat natin siya sa secondary, meron siyang equivalent dito that is, let's name this RP prime. Ganyan. para masabi natin na tama yung paglipat natin kay RP to RP prime, dapat yung power ni RP, yung power consumed niya, is also equal doon sa power ni RP prime. So, parehong analysis yung gagawin natin doon sa secondary tsaka sa yung ginawa natin kanina sa primary. Ngayon, may current na dumadaan dito, no? So, IP ito, IP, tapos IS. And kung babalikan natin, ang formula ng power ay equal sa I squared R. So, kung gagamitin natin to, ibig sabihin, yung power ng RP is equal to IP squared times RP, and that is equal to IS squared times RP prime. No? Para ma-isolate si RP prime, let's divide both sides by IS squared. Maka-cancel to. Lipat ko lang tong RP prime, no? So, RP prime is equal to IP squared or IP over IS quantity squared times RP. So, magiging ganyan siya. Going back sa formula ng ating turns ratio, IP over IS or the ratio ng primary current tsaka ng secondary current is equal to the reciprocal of turns ratio, 1 over A. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin itong palitan na nasa loob na 1 over A. Pero dahil squared siya, pag dinistribute na natin yung exponent dito sa loob, magiging 1 over A squared siya. So, pwede nating i-transform ngayon tong equation na to as RP prime is equal to 1 over A squared times RP. Or kung gusto natin mas madali, RP prime is equal to RP over A squared. So, yun yung equivalent ni RP prime. That is RP over A squared. Para mahanap natin yung equivalent resistance sa secondary, kailangan lang natin pagsamahin tong dalawa. Pero may value na tayo nito, di ba? Ito. So, ibig sabihin, the equivalent resistance sa secondary ay equal sa RS plus RP prime. But we already have a value for RP prime. So, pwede nating i-write to, RES is equal to RS plus RP over A squared. And that is our formula. Same analysis yung gagawin natin sa reactance. So, pag ginawa natin siya sa reactance, XES is equal to XS plus XP over A squared. Ganyan. After natin ma-derive yung formula for equivalent resistance and equivalent reactance, refer to secondary, titignan natin ngayon yung equivalent circuit niya. Meron tayo ditong supply. Ayan. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo, direkta siya dito sa primary winding. Nakadirekta siya. Tapos, nasa secondary lahat ng resistive tsaka reactive components. Yan. Nandito si RES. Tapos, nasa kabila si XES. Ayan. Tapos, dito yung load. Ayan. Yan yung load natin. Yung current, so current ng primary, current ng secondary. Tapos, ito yung winding. Kung mapapansin nyo, pareho yung voltage ng supply, tsaka supply voltage, tsaka yung EMF sa primary. Ayan. So, yun yung magiging equivalent circuit. Subukan natin isolve yung problem natin kanina, pero refer na to secondary, kasi kanina primary tayo, no? So, secondary gawin natin ngayon. Okay? So, ito yung equivalent circuit niya. Wala nang component sa primary kasi refer to secondary eh. So, lahat ng component natin, yung resistive tsaka yung reactive, nasa secondary na sila. Ayan, so, RES, tapos, XES. Nandyan siya. Tapos, yung load. Ayan. Load. Ayan. And then, yung secondary voltage daw, yung load niya, maintained at 230. So, ibig sabihin, 230 dito. 230 volts. Tapos, may current na dadaan dito, IS. Tapos, IP. Supply. Tapos, primary. Secondary winding. Ayan. Yung turns ratio natin, ganun pa rin. Kasi 2,300 over 230 pa rin. No? So, ang turns ratio natin ay 10 pa rin. Ayan. Turns ratio. And yung current natin sa secondary, nakuha na natin yung kanina yung IS. Ano yan eh. So, balikan natin yung problem na yun. No? 869,565. Ayan. 869.565 bar angle, negative 36.87 degree ampere. Yung negative 36.87 galing yan sa 0.8 power factor lagging. So, meron na tayong secondary current, meron tayong turns ratio, wala tayo nung equivalent impedance. No? So, solve natin yun. First, unahin natin si RES. So, RES is equal to RS plus RP over A squared. Ang RS natin si 0.02. So, 0.02 plus yung RP natin 2.3. So, 2.3 over 10 squared. Ilan yan? Type ko lang 0.02 plus 2.3 10 squared. 0.043. So, 0.043 ohms. Ayan. Tapos, si XES naman, yung reactance. XES. Kalimutan ko lagyan dito. XES. Ayan. Si secondary natin, 0.05. 0.05 plus XP, 6 ohms. So, 6 over 10 squared. Ayan. 0.05 plus 6 10 squared. Ganyan. 0.11 ohms. Pero dahil reactance to, lalagyan natin siya ng J. After natin ma-solve si R tsaka si X, pwede na natin i-solve si Z. So, equivalent impedance is equal to 0.043 plus J 0.11 ohms. Ayan. So, ayan yung ating equivalent impedance. After natin ma-solve yung impedance, pwede na tayo mag-KVL sa secondary. Ayan, KVL tayo dito. Okay? So, that is ES minus yung voltage drop natin dito, yung voltage drop natin dyan. So, that is IS times ZES, yung equivalent impedance, is equal to 230 volts. Kasi maintain siya di ba? So, kailangan 230 volts yung ating secondary or yung ating load, no? Para makuha natin yung secondary winding voltage, ililipat natin to doon sa right-hand side. Dahil negative siya rito, magiging positive siya. So, ES is equal to 230 plus yung IS natin, that is 869.565 bar angle, negative 36.87, multiplied by ZES. Ganyan na lang. ZES na nakuha natin 0.043 plus J 0.11. Ayan. So, makukuha natin si secondary winding voltage dyan. Type ko lang 230 plus 869.565 bar angle, negative 36.87 times 0.043 plus 0.11 I. Convert ko lang sa polar. 321. Ito, sulat natin. 321.88 bar angle 9.67 degrees at volts. So ito yung voltage ng secondary winding. Ang hinahanap natin yung primary or yung supply. No? So yung supply yan. Dapat pala nilinaw ko dito sa problem. Supply yan. Supply voltage. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, after natin masolve si secondary, masosolve na natin si primary. Dahil meron tayong turns ratio na 10. So, ibig sabihin, kung susundan natin yung formula, A is equal to voltage ng primary over voltage ng secondary. So, makukuha natin si EP ngayon, di ba? So, EP is equal to A ES. So, that is, yung A natin, 10. So, we have 10 times 321.881 bar angle 9.67. So, that is, dahil multiply lang 10, usod lang natin sa kanan. So, 3218.81 bar angle 9.67 degrees. And that is our primary winding EMF. Ayan, naka-volts. Pero dahil wala na tayong component dun sa primary, wala nang magiging voltage drop dun. So, ibig sabihin, ito na rin yung supply. So, supply voltage is equal to 3,218.81 bar angle 9.67 volts. And that is our answer. Ayan, may degrees. Ayan. That is our answer. Tignan natin kung pareho dun sa nakuha natin sa primary. 3218.85 yung dito. Tapos dito, 3218.81. So, malapit, no? So, kahit anong gamitin natin, primary or secondary, makukuha natin yung hinahanap natin sa problem. Dito naman tayo sa no-load transformer operation. So, kapag ang isang transformer ay no-load, ibig sabihin walang nakasaksak doon sa secondary niya, so wala siyang load, it still draws a little bit of current. So, yun yung I.O. no, na tinatawag. Yung no-load current. Yung no-load current na yan, maliit lang naman yan. Pero still, meron siyang working tsaka magnetizing component. So, this is I.W. here, yung working current. And then, yung magnetizing current. Kung makikita nyo sa ating diagram ng equivalent circuit, yung working current ay dumadaan sa resistor. So, kung dumadaan siya sa resistor, ibig sabihin, ang reference niya ay 0 degrees. Parang walang orange. Sige, dilaw na lang. Ayan, no? So, this here is IW. Naka-reference siya sa 0 degrees dahil resistive yung component niya. Yung magnetizing current natin ay nasa inductive or nasa inductor, no, na load. Pag ang current natin ay nasa inductive component, ang current na yun ay maglalag ng 90 degrees. So, nandito siya. No? Ayan. Bin natin IM. Ayan. Ang resultant nitong dalawa, pwede nating ilagay dito. Okay, pula na lang. Ayan. Yung resultant nila, ayan. That is the no-load current. So, ibig sabihin, yung no-load current, meron siyang angle na tinatawag dito. Ayan. Ayan. Yung angle na yan, that is the no-load power factor. Okay? So, ito yung illustration, no, ng diagram ng working current, magnetizing current, tsaka ng no-load current. Pati yung no-load power factor angle nila. Let's try to solve some problems na related dito sa no-load transformer operation. An electrical transformer consumes 150 watts of power and draws 2 amperes when connected at a 115 volt supply. Solve for the no-load power factor. Sabi dito sa ating problem, an electrical transformer consumes 150 watts of power and draws 2 amperes when connected at a 150 volt supply. Wala siyang binanggit na load dito. no? So, ang binanggit lang niya rito, kapag nakasaksak yung transformer, may kinukuha siyang 150 watts. And nagdodraw siya ng 2 ampere kapag nakakonekta sa 115 volts. Kung babalikan natin yung formula natin for power, na merong power factor, so the power is equal to the voltage times the current times the power factor. No? And since this power factor is at no load, so we can label this as PF no load. Okay? Ano ang ating power? 150. So 150 watts is equal to 115 volts times 2 ampere, tapos hindi natin alam yung PF. And PF no load. So makukuha natin to pag dinivide natin both sides by 115 times 2. 115 times 2. Makukuha natin yung PF no load. Ayan. So type lang natin sa ating calculator. 150 over 115 times 2. That is 0.652. Ayan. 0.652 power factor lagging. Yan, lagging yan. Ngayon, kung gusto natin mahanap yung power factor angle niya, gamitin lang natin yung inverse cosine. So, ayan, power factor angle at no load, that is the negative inverse cosine nung 0.652. And that is negative 51.32 degrees. Ayan. So, yan yung ating power factor angle at no load. And this is our power factor at no load. Ito na yung sagot. Ayan. Dito naman tayo sa ating next problem. The primary of a transformer takes 1 ampere at a power factor of 0.4 lagging when it is connected across a 200 volt supply and the secondary is open circuit. The number of turns at the primary is twice that of secondary. A load taking 50 ampere at 0.8 power factor lagging is now connected across the secondary. Solve for the supply current. This problem is from the sa libro na A Textbook of Electrical Technology Volume 2 by Teraha. So medyo mahaba yung pagkaka-construct ng problem, pero subukan natin siyang i-visualize. So meron tayo ditong transformer circuit. Ayan, no? So, tignan natin. A primary of transformer takes 1 ampere at a power factor of 0.4 lagging when it is connected across a 200 volt supply and the secondary is open circuit. This is the keyword here, open circuit. Ibig sabihin, itong data na to na 1 ampere, 0.4 lagging, those are the no load characteristic. So, ang no load current natin, IO, is equal to 1 ampere and yung power factor na 0.4 lagging, pwede tayong maglagay dyan ng bar angle, negative, inverse cosine of 0.4. Ayan. So, ito yung ating no load current. Tapos, the number of turns at the primary is twice that of secondary. So, the turns at the primary is equal to twice of the secondary. But the turns ratio A is equal to the turns ratio at primary over the turns ratio at secondary. Pero may value tayo ng NP, which is 2NS. So that is 2NS times NS, makakancel si NS. Therefore, the turns ratio is equal to 2. Turns ratio pa lang yan, no? So, lagay natin dito. A equals 2. Tapos, a load taking 50 ampere at 0.8 PF lagging is now connected across the secondary. So, sa secondary yun, no? Yung nagdodraw ng 50 ampere. So, may 50 amperes na dito. 50 ampere, tapos 0.8 PF lagging. Ngayon, ang 0.8 PF lagging kasi, kapag nilagay natin yan as angle, that is approximately negative 36.87 degrees. So, bar angle negative 36.87 degrees na to. Ayan. This is the secondary current. Para mahanap natin yung current na dadaan dito sa ating primary winding, so A is equal to IS over IP. So, IP is equal to IS over A. So, that is 50 over 2. And that is 25. Tapos, kunin na lang natin yung angle. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, dito sa natin IP, that is equal to 25 bar angle negative 36.87 degrees. Ano hinahanap natin? Solve for the supply current. This is the supply current, yung manggagaling sa supply. I supply. So, ito yung I supply, ito yung no load current, nandito yung IP natin. Kung titignan natin, dito sa node na to, let's say this is node X, we can perform KCL dyan, no? The Kirchhoff's current law. So, kung magki-KCL tayo doon sa X, tignan natin current out equals current in. So, alin ba rito yung palabas? Ang palabas dito ay si IP. Ayan, palabas si IP. So, IP is equal to current in. That is, palabas din pala si IO kasi dito siya, di ba? Palabas. Okay. Sorry. Palabas din pala si IO. Palabas siya, sorry. So, ibig sabihin, this is IP tapos IO. IP plus IO is equal doon sa I supply. Ayan. So, yung IP natin, that is 25 bar angle negative 36.87 degrees. Tapos, yung IO natin, ito siya, simplify na nga natin. Ano yung negative inverse cosine? Negative inverse cosine ng 0.4. So, this is 1 bar angle negative 66.42 degrees. So, yun yung IO natin. 1 bar angle negative 66.42 degrees. And that is equal sa ating supply current. So, type natin sa calculator to. I supply or the supply current is equal to 25 bar angle negative 36.87 plus 1 bar angle negative 66.42 convert ko lang sa polar. So the answer here is 25.87 or 875 bar angle negative 37.96 degree ampere. Ayan ang ating supply current. These are the additional problems na pwede nyong sagutan para maging practice nyo din sa ating naging lesson sa practical and no-load transformers. Yung PDF ng reference ay ilalagay natin sa description. So, nandun yung link sa description niya. I hope may natutunan kayo sa discussion natin sa practical transformers and thank you for listening.